A very good afternoon. It's 1:30. I'm Samiksha Srivastava. Our top focus remains on the nationwide emergency over the Waqf showdown. In fact, these are more and more protests that are breaking out across the country in the backdrop of the nationwide chorus for reforms in the Waqf bill. The protests that have erupted in Kochi after land of more than 600 families was usurped by the Waqf Board. We will just put out those visuals also of these protests which broke out in Kochi. This is in Cherai region where families, 600 families have been affected after their land, their properties were illegally taken over by the Waqf Board. So, not just in Karnataka, these are the scenes from across the country. These are scenes from Kochi, the Cherai region, where you see hundreds of families who've taken to streets demanding action and saying how their land has been illegally taken over by the Waqf Board. All of this while the centre has been working to get the stakeholders on the same page, while it's been working on the amendments suggested to the Waqf Act. More than 600 families in Kochi who've been affected after their land was usurped by the Waqf Board. This is in Cherai region of Kochi. Now let's tell you about the situation in Karnataka, specifically in Vijayapura, where hundreds and thousands of farmers had taken to streets after their land was illegally usurped. Rather, that notice that was issued to hundreds of these farmers by the Waqf Board, in which the latter had said that this land belongs to the Waqf. The state government that has now issued a statement saying that there was an error in the Gazette notification, which has now been rectified. So the opposition in the state of Karnataka say that this is nothing but appeasement politics by the Siddaramaiah government in an attempt to win over the minority community in the state. Listen in to the reactions coming in from the BJP, the principal opposition in Karnataka.
So according to our information, whatever MB Patil has briefed media yesterday, it's far away from the fact. The documents clearly shows state government, which is always in the mood of appeasement politics, which always believes in appeasement politics, probably trying to help Waqf Board by issuing notices to all our farmers. Yesterday, I clearly stated on this particular issue where in Vijayapur, our farmers has been issued notice by the state government. It's not just a mistake. It's not just a mistake on the part of the government. It's a deliberate move by the government to help the Waqf people. So I demand, I urge state government to take up this matter seriously and not to disturb the farmers and not to take away the land which belong to those farmers in Vijayapur district.
All right, so that was B.Y. Vijendra saying that this cannot be a Gazette error as is being stated by the Karnataka government. This, of course, after MB Patil, the state minister, issued a statement that there was a Gazette error which has been now rectified and that no land belonging to farmers would be illegally taken over by the Waqf Board. Let's go across to Suyesha also. She's joining us from the newsroom. Suyesha, the explanation that's been cited by the Karnataka government is a little difficult to believe. Talk to us once again about that Gazette error clarification, the defense that's been put out by the Karnataka government.
In fact, before I speak to you about that, Samiksha, let me also tell our viewers that 600 families are protesting against this particular move. 600 Christian families that are living under the threat that they could be asked to vacate any time now. And these are Christian families that are complaining against the unlawful claims on their properties by the Waqf Board. This primarily includes the Syro-Malabar Church and the Kerala Catholic Bishops' Council that have approached the JPC also, that is to discuss on the Waqf Amendment Bill 2024, where they've gone on to raise these issues with the JPC, and Union Minister Rijiju, who has also assured that the JPC panel will certainly address their grievances. Kerala's two leading churches who have urged amendments to the Waqf Bill 2024, and they have also written this letter as these 610 families are living in the fear that they will be asked to evacuate in Cherai. Now, this primarily is a fishing village in Kerala's Kochi, and they have alleged that their properties are now being claimed unlawfully by the Waqf Board. They've written this letter to Kiran Rijiju, where Rijiju has also assured them, saying that the issue of Waqf land has been affecting people across communities. I feel pained to see eminent Church Christian leaders having to express their anguish in this manner. I assure them that their grievances will be addressed, and while this assurance has been given, Republic was the first channel to file that exclusive ground report, even from Munambam, where we understand how churches have been threatened, and these churches that have been established for decades now. In fact, it was on September 10 that the Syro-Malabar Public Affairs Commission had stated in a letter that was addressed to the JPC that several properties in Ernakulam district that belong to Christian families for generations in the area have been unlawfully claimed by the Waqf Board. And this, of course, as we understand that the legal battle continues, but the Archbishop stated in this letter that nearly 600 families that are living under the threat of losing their properties. The Cardinal Baselios Clemis, who is the president of the Kerala Catholic Bishops' Council, had also raised an alarm regarding the Waqf Board's illegal claims on properties where over 600 families reside. So all in all, now they are staging a massive protest. It is on the left government to really see, while they continue to defend themselves, this threat that looms large, not just in Kerala but across the country, where similar stories are emanating of how the Waqf Board is claiming ownership on these lands. And like it is being said, that this is largely under the fear of the amendment of the Waqf Board Act, which is expected. So what really happens is something we wait and watch, because the BJP has assured that they will certainly address these grievances. But so far, protests that are underway in Kerala in connection to these claims made by the Waqf Board.
That's right, Suesha. Thank you for the moment. And, you know, all of this really highlights how the need has been, the need of the hour, of course, is for those amendments that should happen in the Waqf Bill. For now, we switch focus to the other stories that we are tracking.